Hi there, this is going to be a general love reading for all signs. And I want to just get straight into the cards immediately right away because I just feel that the energy is bubbling over, if that's the right term I can use to try and, in muggle terms, describe to you what I'm feeling. Emotions and energy, or it's someone's emotions or something. It's bubbling over. It can't wait. You know that kind of a feeling? It can't wait. Go. It has to be now. And it could also be somebody feeling that. Like, I gotta say it. I gotta do it. It has to be now. There's an urgency. That's the right word. It's an urgency. Intoxicated. Someone could feel this way while drinking. Literally be intoxicated. You know, that kind of a buzz that you get. Maybe the energy is intoxicating. Maybe they feel this, and it could be with the perfect match card here as well too. Someone's feeling this urgency to speak up. They're feeling this urgency to take action, to do something. Maybe someone here, temptation flew right on top of it. Let me actually show you the two cards that came out. Perfect match. Look at that snowflake. And then we have temptation. I think in the past, someone here, while drinking, possibly, you ever have that feeling where it's kind of like a joke? People would joke and say, put your phone down when you have that buzz. Don't text them. Don't call them. And, you know, they say that sober words are, drunk words can be sober thoughts. And I think that for someone here, whether it was literally them drinking some alcohol and taking licks of that, or if it was just a feeling of being intoxicated by the emotions of what they're feeling, and it has nothing to do with alcohol at all. Feeling sort of consumed and drowned in something, and there's some type of an urgency. But I feel they've been tempted in the past before. You have romance. Yeah, I mean, it screams romance. Romantic. It's definitely a love thing and new discovery. I mean, the new discovery could be that they feel this. And I don't want to say that they feel it. I think the new discovery is that this could be a perfect match. There could be someone who in the past thought this wasn't going to work. This wouldn't be the right thing to do. This is not my right person. This is not the right situation, not the right time. And then the new discovery can be, it is the right person and it is the right time. And then it starts this sense of urgency. This is my Crimson Secrets Oracle deck that I created. For those of you that have this deck, you know, it can be quite juicy, head over heels. There it is, the love confession. We have been feeling this energy off and on for at least several months. I mean, let's be realistic. Tale as old as time. For fucking years. Past life for some of you. It's been consistent every lifetime, whatever. But the love confession is that urgency that I felt. And it's not that this is one-sided. This is not a person that you're going to say, because it's not that this doesn't happen. This happens more often than not. That it's someone that you're not interested in. That's going to come and say, I really want to, I can't get over it. That's not this. This would be reciprocated. This would be the both of you would be interested in the other. This wouldn't be a one-sided, I don't like you, or one person's happily married and there's someone that's interested because they feel something one-sided. This wouldn't be one-sided. I'm telling you, it wouldn't be. How do I know? Because I fucking know. You have here head over heels, and that's exactly the point here. Someone is feeling so head over heels, and you ever felt head over heels? It is sort of intoxicating. They're intoxicated by the feeling of emotions and love. It's a romantic feeling. So let's say it was that they were only open to physical, or they were only open to casual and non-committed. And that's the way they live their life, or that's what they wanted with you, or vice versa. And there's this shift of energy that comes in that says, I think this is my perfect match. Not that the person is perfect, because none of us are fucking perfect, right? We know that. Common sense. ABC 1, 2, 3. The match. The connection. It's like the perfect person for you because it's the yin to your yang. Right? It's that kind of a feeling. And you have secret lover. Secretly pining is what I feel. Whether you know it or you don't, they may say things very jokingly to you and you go, oh, But what they're saying is, oh, hey, you want to go out on a date? Hey, let's go and bang. You're all like, go fuck yourself. We don't do that. No. But really what they want to say is, I think I love you, so what am I so afraid of? I'm afraid that I'm not sure of. Luscious. I'm sure they find something about you luscious. Got them all discombobulated and distressed. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm fucking sure. Yes. The discombobulation and the stress comes from this new discovery of, I think there's something here. And even if they've always felt that there was something there, it's this feeling of it's not going away. And I was talking about this in yesterday's reading and again today on my live on Instagram, which I did not save, was that it's like a haunting. You haunt them. It's a residual energy too, so it's not where you guys are both consciously speaking. For a lot of you, there was this time of no communication. And during this time of no communication, you've haunted them. They've dreamt about you. They've thought about you nonstop. They can't stop thinking about it. And not an obsessive, low vibrational, one-sided energy, though that does happen often. Like I said earlier, more often than not. I don't feel like that's what this is. This is something where it is both people, both parties here, feeling the same connection. But there's always a but. So everything's always about timing, but it's also about vibration. It's not personal, it's vibrational. When we see the perfect match card, it tells us that it's a perfect match because these two people are on the same vibrational frequency, right? It's not personal, it's vibrational. Devotion. There's some sort of weird devotion to you. Like let's say, for example, they totally stopped dating people in general. Like before they were dating other people or talking to other people or whatever they were doing, casual sex, casual encounters, and they stop because they don't find fulfillment in it anymore. There's some sort of devotion here to you or you to them that causes someone here to go into isolation. And so that is part of the no communication. There could have been major isolation. And it's overwhelming. The feeling, the desire, the want, the need. It's almost like they need you. And yes, I know that need can be very low vibrational. We know that. I need you. It's very low vibes. But I mean, it's just no other way to describe the energy of which they feel coming from their end. It's a need. It's a I can't help myself. Oh, this Queen of Wands, this feminine, she's coming up as Queen of Wands, Six of Wands, and the Sun. The Sun is the happiest card in the whole deck. This feminine is very successful, right? Six of Wands can be about victory. So this feminine's got it all going on, if I can just say it like that. She the it girl. She the it one, right? She's he or she, because feminine can be male or female. But this is about someone here feeling very, I mean, the feminine just feels like she's on fire. She's, you know, the Queen of Wands is passion. It could be about charismatic, and she's very, you know, creative, and she's on the go, and she's manifesting, and she's creating. And so the feminine here is definitely living her best fucking life in a nutshell. In a nutshell, already cracked open and enlightened with the Sun. I know I've said this in my past several readings, but I want to say it again because the energy was so urgent. I couldn't, you know, do a little intro in the beginning of this reading, but again, we want to take our time to, you know, say our prayers and really hold space for all the people affected with the Maui fires. I'm on a different island. I'm on Oahu, but been to Maui many a times. It's like one of my favorite places to visit. And we are, again, praying, we're donating, we're doing all the things we can do. And for those of you around the world that have been donating and sending prayers, you know, thank you very much. But that does not leave my mind. But, you know, we have to work. I don't want to sit here and channel this. And I did take a bit of a moment when I flew back and I came back from the trip and then, you know, heard the news of it. And so I get back into that mode of like, I don't want to just not do this, but like, I know I have to. It's my job, it's my calling, but I still want to hold space as we still do this. Okay, guys? So with the Magician, someone pulls a rabbit out of a fucking hat. And I think that's what they do. What does that mean, pull a rabbit out of the hat? It means it's a fucking impossible thing. How the fuck did they do that? You ever saw a magician at work? It's almost an illusionist. It's magic, basically, right? What is magic? I mean, magic can be what just is an illusion. It's not real, but there's something about the feeling of pulling a rabbit out of a fucking hat here. Don't get me wrong. It can also be that they were an illusionist and it wasn't being truthful of what they really felt. They were hiding behind something, right? Like a magician will say, look here, look here, look here, and then it'll be. So this person may have put up some kind of a front. There was a facade. Whether the front and the facade was, no, I'm not going to be open to this and I'm not interested in something committed and solid. And no, I don't have actual true feelings. Or whether the front was that they're still in their old life and still being in a toxic or non-magical karmic relationship. It's going to be different for each person. The magic out of the pulling the rabbit out of the hat with this magic energy, it just has that feeling of it. Like, you know how people will say, don't count somebody out? Now, we're not saying don't count out a fuckface that repetitively shows you they're a fuckface, or someone who's very extremely happily married and has no interest in another person. That's not what we're saying. You don't ever do that. You don't wait on that. If that's not your person, it's not your person. But this is, I mean, the Five of Wands is in the bottom of the deck, and that's like fighting. The Five of Wands is like getting in there. It's like competition. And I mean, maybe there is competition here. Maybe there are other suitors, as I'm sure you're attracting many fuckers. And it's like that alone just makes them sort of feel like, fine, whatever. Then if there's other people, let them have her, let them have him, whatever. But I'm telling you, it's a haunting. They won't be able to stop thinking about you. It's a feeling of, I want to be a contender. This doesn't mean you're going to end up with this person. We don't know that just yet, but I told you they're a contender. You came up as Queen of fucking Wands. They match you. It's a perfect match. It's counterparts. I told you, it's the perfect match. The cards never fucking lie. This tells me they rose up because they definitely didn't feel like a king. And even for most of us, a king's not enough still. We need a fucking magician. We need a fucking alchemist. We need a fucking emperor. A god, if you will. Even a king sometimes doesn't cut it. But what it's showing us is energetically, they're in that vicinity of matching you, finally, for some of you. And it's like effort and action. And with this King of Wands, there's that fire there, right? And as we see with the Maui fires, fire can be destructive. Fire is like anger. It's like deep, raw emotions, if you want to compare the two, which we talk about this all the time, that we have free will to be able to take fire and passion and anger or whatever this is within us, and we can alchemize that into something that's productive, something that's positive, right? Or we can allow anger to eat us up inside and destroy us, basically, and destroy our life. And, you know, it's the same concept of this alchemy, right? And, you know, fire is really to be, it's sacred. It's like water is sacred. Water can provide, you know, nourishment and hydration, but water can also be destructive as well, too. Same with magic, as they say, right? Magic is neither good nor bad. It's the intention behind it. Energy, same thing. Money, same thing. Money is not evil. Money can save lives. Money can build shelter. It can provide food, and it could help, you know, provide medicine or healing alternatives, whatever this is. But money can also be used for very evil things as well. But it's not that money is evil. It's the intention behind the money. Energy. Money is energy. This particular person rises up to the occasion. Now, whether they're going to maintain the fucking energy is what is yet to be seen. But there is a sense of urgency. I need to fucking rise up. I have to say this. I have to do this, because there's this feeling that just doesn't go away. It just doesn't. It just burns inside of them. It's this feeling of extreme desire. Five of Swords, that's mind games. They may have tried to talk themselves out of going through a transformation. You see that right there with the skull? The skull right there is basically the symbol of rebirth. It's death. They tried to avoid awakening, tried to avoid cracking open, fought it off. Universe tried to pull the rug out from under them, tried to check the ass, Caesar Milan them, right? To awaken them, snap them out of their fucking muggle life. And they may have tried to run from the sun, which is awakening, truth, right? Authenticity and what have you. And I feel like, I say this all the time, the jig is up. We're coming to this fork in the road. And what's really sad, but this is what happens, is anytime there's some sort of really big disaster, right? Such as the Maui fires or anything around the world, like 9/11, same thing happened, where something really heartbreaking and devastating happens. And it stirs something inside of most people, not everyone, but most people, of this feeling of life is short. And I don't know if there's something, maybe some of you are very connected to that particular energy of the devastation and heartbreak, which is happening here in Hawaii with the fires, or if it's something else. But it could be that same thing happened with the pandemic. It really made people look at their life and look at themselves to say, I'm in a shit job and I hate it and I want to be brave and I'm going to start my own business, or I'm going to look for something better, or I'm in a shit relationship and I've been faking the funk all this time and this is not it. There's an awakening that happens. Caused by fire. Whether the fire is literal or the fire is that burning passion that they have. The Hanged Man and the Lovers. If you watch my live on Instagram, I'm no longer banned to an hour. So my past 2-3 lives that I've been doing there, I haven't been saving because they've been running really long. And today's one was about 2 hours, but our very last card that we had from the Everyday Witches Tarot was the Lovers. What is the Lovers? Just two people physically having sex? Well, I mean, yeah, you would call that your lover. Remember you had secret lover? I think that they pine for you in more ways than one. They pine for you, maybe they thought just physically, but it turns out it's really body, mind, soul. And see how they're almost stuck, and there's the sun right behind them. See that right there? They're stuck. They're trapped. They can't get away from it. I want to run from the sun. I want to run from the truth of this, and I want to run from it. And they can't run the jig is up. You tried to run, duck and hide, put a costume, pretend you're not you. Oh, this is the mask fell off. They can't run anymore. They can't run from the truth of something. Whether the truth of something is that they say, I have not been living to my potential in general. The truth of the feelings they have for a person. And whether that is the feelings of I love you or the feelings of I no longer am in love with you. Whatever the fuck this is. They can't run any fucking more. Now the Lovers is also a card of making a decision in love. And for those that are not single, that's what this could equate to. It could equate to that energy of I have to make a decision. Give me a second. I don't like the lighting. Hold on. And if you hear growling, it is my stomach. I'm going to try and keep this a little bit shorter. This, of course, as you guys know, the extended to this can only be watched on my Patreon. If you're not already a part of my Patreon, you're going to click the word more below this video and you'll see links there. First one will be to my website, saltwaterhillstarot.com. I did just put up tickets last night for my next Witches Brew, which is going to be in about 2 weeks on August 26th, I think was the date I chose. If you don't know what the Witches Brew is that I do there, I've done a lot throughout these past couple of years. It's a Zoom thing. It's a networking thing. And we just kind of talk stories and you meet other like-minded people. Do not buy a ticket if you a low-ass vibe person with stank energy. Because that's not what we do there, okay? And we pull cards and we just really connect and talk about the energy and everybody, it's a sacred space, okay? So if you're interested in that, tickets are finally on sale for my August one. The second link below is to Patreon, where you can watch all of these collective extended readings. There's also the timeless bonus readings there, the erotic and non-erotic ones. 5 of Cups, and that's regret. You know that feeling of they might already regret something. They might already regret it. They already regret how they've handled this, how they haven't said anything, how they've lived a lie, how they've pretended they don't care, how they have, whatever this is, it's like there's regret. They've probably fucked up a lot by self-sabotaging in the past. And maybe now that energy of can't run from the sun is this energy of I'm gonna stop self-sabotaging the shit out of my fucking life. That could be it as well too. They're definitely, see the overthinking? Eight of Swords, overthinking caused them to be at a standstill, right? That those two swords, just the indecision and the overthinking, it wouldn't allow them to be able to think, to further this in their head. It was just very, nope, can't happen. Nope, not the right person, because it's not my type, or they live far. Nope, it's not. Whatever this was that they were in their head, it's this this overthinking that kept them stuck. But also, it's also that overthinking and can't get you out of their head. And they can't get you out of their head. Let's take a couple of these, and then we'll get into the extended. This is my pink potion deck that I created. Lush. Vacation. Oh, that travel card comes up non-fucking stop. Maybe something when someone takes a vacation, literally. I mean, I don't know, but travel has been coming up non-stop. I'm fantasizing. Yes. And deja vu too. The haunting of you. That's the deja vu. Yesterday's reading here on YouTube, we talked about that energy of the Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula coming up. It's a residual energy of like when he sees her, it's like he's seeing a ghost, right? And he's like, oh my God, there she is. Like every fucking lifetime they find you, you find each other. It's deja vu. Maybe that's a new discovery, that they have this moment of clarity of deja vu. Like, I think that I know you from before this life. And it's like, yeah, but are they going to have that thought pre-awakening and they're not cracked open? No, it comes with the enlightenment. It comes with them cracking open and going through a deep spiritual awakening. And as we know, for those of us that have gone through many spiritual awakenings, it's not just one and done. We have several, but as we crack open and we crash and burn and rise up as a phoenix from the ashes, we have to go through hell first in order to have clarity. And in order to break free, right, the breakthrough is in the breaking. You're having deja vu? Yes, way, Rose. Something screams yes to them. Yes, it's them. Yes. Yes. It's like a yes. Everything screams yes. Hidden truths. And that's our last card till we go into our extended. The hidden truth was what we talked about earlier. They ran from the truth. Truth of self, truth of happiness of current life, or truth between the two of you. The jig is up. Okay? All right. I want to thank you guys so much for your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions here on YouTube. Thank you for all of the donations you guys send to me, but also at this time of crisis, all of the donations you guys have been sending to all of these legitimate nonprofits and organizations on Maui. If you do donate, please make sure it's a reputable, legit organization, because there have been scams that have already popped up, which is absolutely fucking disgusting. And also, this is a little PSA. Yesterday's Taurus reading, I had like 3 or 4 people comment about the top that I was wearing, which was just a very simple white tank top, telling me to put clothes on, and that I was looking for attention. You may go fuck yourself. If you come on my channel or on anyone else's channel and their own platform, you shut the fuck up. You have some kind of sense of entitlement and goddamn audacity to tell somebody on their own shit what they should be wearing or what they should be doing. You sound bitter, and you sound rude, and you sound, they're definitely unawakened, but you sound like a fucking fool and a clown. Okay? In Hawaii, we would say you fucking clown. Shut the fuck up. You don't tell me what to do. You don't like the way I dress, how I look, how I talk, you click the fuck off. But thank you for your views, and thank you for taking the time to write and comment. The audacity, I want to know where you got yours, because clearly it was on sale or it was free. Honey, the embarrassment that comes from people that think, and you think you're being like, oh, I'm gonna one up them by leaving a comment. It's actually the opposite. It actually makes you look so horrible and terrible, and it makes me actually sad for people like that. Like, my heart really hurts, because I wish nothing but, you know, good for people, and I root for them, and it makes me feel sad for you that you feel you have to personally attack someone you don't know. And I was wearing a regular tank top that I bought from fucking Target or Old Navy or something. I wear much more scantily clad things, bitch. Much more, you know, revealing things. Get a life. Put your energy into awakening and go or donating or helping someone in need, okay? Because what you think you're doing, you're not doing, okay? We don't want to be like that. This life we have is too short to be focused on those silly things and being that type of a person. All right, I'll see you guys in the extended. Love you, bye.